All right, stop what you're doing. We have breaking news coming in from the front lines of AI engineering. Everything you've ever been taught about interacting with large language models, being clear, being conversational, well, it might be completely wrong. A shocking new study suggests your good manners could be actively sabotaging your results. So let me ask you, point blank, are your polite habits, the ones you use every day, actually tanking your AI's performance? You might think adding please or could you kindly is helping, but what if it's the single biggest mistake you're making in your prompts? Because get this, here's the headline finding. New research reveals that being rude to your AI gets you quantifiably better results. Yeah, you heard me right. All that time you spent being nice, pretty much wasted. The data's in and it's telling us to get mean. Now, this isn't just some rumor from a dark corner of the internet. No, this comes from a rigorous scientific study designed to answer one question. Does being nice to an AI actually work? So let's go inside the lab and see exactly how they proved that being rude is the new smart. Researchers at Penn State created what I'm calling the politeness ladder. They took 50 difficult multiple-choice questions and then rewrote each one 5 different times, creating 5 distinct versions, each with a completely different level of tone, from incredibly polite all the way down to shockingly rude. And you can see the actual prompts they used right here. I mean, it's almost comical. For very polite, you get these long, drawn-out phrases like, "Would you be so kind as to solve the following question?" But then you jump down to very rude, and it's just straight-up insults, like, "You poor creature, do you even know how to solve this?" Or my personal favorite, "Hey, gopher, figure this out." The differences is just wild. So they took these 250 unique prompts and fed them straight into ChatGPT 4.0 to see what would happen. And the results? Well, they are an absolute bombshell for anyone who writes prompts for a living. All right, here we go. This is the main event. The two extremes of the politeness spectrum are going head to head. And this is where the story gets really, really interesting. For the very polite prompts, the ones that were super respectful and courteous, ChatGPT 4.0 achieved an accuracy score of 80.8%. Now that's a respectable number, but just you wait. Because when they switched to the very rude prompts, the ones calling the AI a poor creature, the accuracy jumped to 84.8%, a massive increase. And looking at it like this just puts it in stark relief. That's a full 4 percentage point gap. In the world of AI, a 4% gain is like finding a cheat code for a video game. It's huge. You're getting better, more accurate results just by being a little bit mean. The researchers themselves, Debaria and Kumar, couldn't have been clearer. They ran the numbers, and this wasn't just a fluke. In scientific terms, they used a pair-to-sample t-test, which basically just proves that this result is statistically significant. It's a real, repeatable effect. Being rude works. This, of course, leads to the billion-dollar question that every developer and prompt engineer is asking right now. Why? Why on earth does being rude to a machine produce a better outcome? So let's get into the weeds here. Why does the AI seem to prefer rudeness? Now, the paper doesn't have a single definitive answer, but it offers some fascinating theories about why this direct, even aggressive communication style might be the key to unlocking better performance. The leading theory is that these newer, more advanced models like GPT-4o are simply less concerned with mimicking human social behavior. They're optimized for function, not friendliness. Those polite phrases are just noise, extra words that can introduce confusion. Rude prompts, on the other hand, are direct and stripped down. They might have a lower perplexity, which is just a technical way of saying they're less ambiguous and easier for the model to process. And this is a huge shift from older models, which often performed worse when you were impolite. Okay, enough of the theory. Let's get to the part that's going to change how you work. What does this all mean for the prompts you're going to write 5 minutes from now? Here's your new playbook. Here it is, your new playbook, effective immediately. Step 1, eliminate all pleasantries. No more please, thank you, or would you be so kind. They are costing you accuracy. Step 2, use direct, unambiguous commands. Answer this, solve this, write the code. And step 3, state your primary goal at the very beginning of the prompt. Don't bury the lead. To help this stick, let's give it a name, the politeness penalty. It's the measurable, statistically significant decrease in an LLM's accuracy that results directly from using polite, conversational language. Your job as a prompt engineer is now to identify and eliminate this penalty from all of your work. This entire phenomenon was just hiding in plain sight, waiting for someone to ask a crazy question. It makes you wonder, what other fundamental secrets of AI performance are we all missing? What other assumptions are just flat out wrong? We're going to be digging into things like prompt length, punctuation, even emojis in future explainers, so make sure you subscribe and we'll uncover these secrets together.